And so she shit on the floor and picked it up and threw it at the guy at Tim Hortons.
Woe to you, O earth and sea.
It's the Hop Nation
USA Podcast.
Hop Nation! It's episode 62 of the podcast.
Yay!
Hooray!
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think that would make it the Carl Hagelin episode.
Sure. We can still do hockey trivia things.
Yeah, it's still on the TV.
It's still on the television.
Yeah, we're still pulling for Marc-Andre Fleury.
Right. Absolutely. As of recording, the Knights are up one game.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. As of recording.
Yeah.
It actually might change by the time we're done recording.
Right. So this might be a quick episode.
Yeah. But yes, we're here with episode 62 of the Hop Nation USA podcast, and you're hearing the voice of Steve and Adam.
Yes. I must add a quick note here. Sam is with us tonight as well. However, before the show, he ran into some street toughs, and they cut out his tongue, so he won't be able to actively engage. Don't laugh at his misfortune.
I'm laughing at your 1930s. If you were a woman, you're like, he got beat up by a bunch of mashers.
Some no good nicks.
Yeah, you start with 1930s vernacular of, he ran into a bunch of street toughs. A couple of no good nicks. And then you continue on with a horrific cartel-esque act. He had his tongue cut out.
Give him the old Cincinnati bow tie.
Ugh. Yes, none of that's happened. None of that's happened. Sam actually will be with us next week, though.
With his tongue.
With his tongue.
We assume.
This week it is just the two of us, and we are going to do American-Belgian beers this week.
Yes, we are.
We're doing that because then we can do regular Belgian beers another week.
Really, yeah, we're getting into the subgenres now.
Right.
We're making that slices of pie smaller and smaller.
Exactly. I mean, at this point, beer is pretty much undefinable for some things.
Right.
I had a French Toast IPA earlier.
How?
Yeah, last week. It was by that same company, Decadent.
Oh,
that
yeah,
did the
yeah.
Toasted Marshmallow Double IPA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also had the French Toast IPA by them.
Was it good?
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Okay.
If you like maple syrup.
It just shouldn't be.
Yeah, it just shouldn't be. Like, there's no like real classification for that.
Right.
At least with this episode, we can classify these are Belgian beers, but they're made by American companies. Mm-hmm. And basically, they're, there's not going to be any traditional style to these.
Right. I feel that at the World Beer Cup, just to go back a little bit, I feel that they should have another category of just dick around beers.
Right. There's a lot of categories in the World Beer Cup. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they all are. I think, experimental might be one.
I say we change it to dick around beers.
Yeah, dick arounds.
Yeah.
A lot of WTF beer. That could be, yeah.
I feel that would be a good category, and I think there would actually be a lot of good beers in there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Unless you're the Brewers cabinet and you enter your Mayo beer. I really want to go out to that beer festival we talked about last week.
I do, too, just because it's weird.
Yeah. And, I know we talked about some of the really unappetizing ones that were like gazpacho and mayo and stuff.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of toasted s'mores and a lot of different fruit combinations, and there were some really good sounding ones
right.
as well.
There weren't just FU beers or
right.
Can we actually do this beers?
Yeah. There wasn't just tires. Do they brew?
I feel like that would be a good YouTube series we could start.
I'm sure it is one. The only reason why things like blenders do they beer, or the blenders do they blend or whatever
right.
the series is, you can do that automatically. Mm-hmm. Beer, you have to wait a month.
That is true. You don't get that instant gratification.
Yeah. But sure, I guess we could start a YouTube series like that.
Okay.
It's just one of those ahead planning ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna actually have to try.
Right.
With that one.
We have to try, we have to plan, we have to put money into it way before we put any content out. It's a lot.
And possibly throw out beer, which is kind of tough for me to do.
Right, yeah, and throw out a lot of beer.
Right.
We could probably do 1 gallon batches.
Yeah.
We'll do 1 gallon batches.
Yeah. That sounds like a good winter project when we're bored on, a Tuesday night in January.
Yeah. So Adam set up the Patreon.
Okay.
And then we'll get started on this.
Dear America, give us money.
Yeah, give us money, and then we'll start Will It Beer.
Yeah, please and thank you.
But right now, we can move on to our first beer of the night.
Okay.
And we already know Will It Beer because it is beer. Because it's in a can.
This is a real easy one.
Yeah, this is real easy. It is
into
beer.
this one.
But our first one is coming from the Sibling Revelry Brewing Company.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Sibling Rivalry. This is Revelry.
Yeah. Big difference.
Right. It's out of Westlake, Ohio, which
Okay.
is outside of Cleveland, I believe.
I believe they're on the east side of Cleveland, which is kind of ironic.
Yeah, it's outside of Clevelandish. But it's basically a bunch of brothers and cousins who got together and made a brewery.
So it's a family affair.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
And this beer is their third wheel Belgian triple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that. The third wheel is a triple. I get that.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Get it? It comes in at 9.2 alcohol, and it's 25 IBUs.
Okay, that's a good combination of numbers.
Right. So it sounds like a triple off the bat.
Yeah.
The hops are the Tettnang and the Magnum,
Okay.
and malts were Pilsner and wheat.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's all adding up.
It's almost like these guys and gals know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think this is the most, Belgian style, authentic. Closest to authentic.
Right.
Despite it being brewed in Cleveland.
I'm sure there's Belgian folks in Cleveland.
Sure, I'm sure.
There's got to be at least one.
Right. And then it also had additions of pure sugar, so they bumped. I guess that's how they kind of bumped up the ABV.
Oh,
They
okay.
just put pure sugar in.
Okay. No, don't. Stop. That's the worst. So first things first, on the pour. This is a very loud beer.
Yeah, it is.
It's I don't think I've ever said that on the show before.
Yeah, it's really loud. It just dumps into the glasses and is automatically fizzing.
Yeah, this. Which, you know what? If you're gonna have a show, you gotta hit all five senses.
Yeah.
And they took care of that.
Right.
Taking a look at it, I'll be perfectly honest. It doesn't necessarily look like a classic Belgian, a Belgian triple.
It doesn't. No. It's a lot more effervescent than one would be.
Right.
The head dissipates really quickly.
Real quick. There, you don't have that classic white fluffy head that you would have on a lot of Belgians. Yeah, the color seems a bit lighter than I would have anticipated. It's kind of a very light orange,
Yeah, it's a bit of a light orange.
like a watered down copper.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it like that because it sounds insulting.
Well, no, I mean that's just.
But that's the way it looks like.
That's just the color. It's
Right.
watered down copper. That's
Right.
not an insult.
Right.
It's only an insult if it's not supposed to look like that.
Right. Which I hope this is what it's supposed to look like.
But yeah, otherwise, it doesn't look like a classic Belgian beer.
No.
So
No.
on the nose, it does smell like one though.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So they got that going for them.
one out of two so far. Very it's malty, but it also has kind of that yeastiness to it.
Yeah.
You can smell how the yeast made that little bit of funk in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. Interesting.
There's a lot going on up front, and I can't talk about it at the minute. It does have a nice fruity back end, though.
It does. It does. Kind of. This is a weird beer.
Yeah, for not having any kind of fruit adjuncts in it, it does have like a good fruit aftertaste.
Right. Almost like you're getting into like a plum or some sort of pitted fruit.
I'm tasting like plum and apple.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to keep drinking this.
Yeah.
This is how they're gonna get you. I don't hate it.
No, I don't
That's
hate
the thing.
it.
I don't hate it.
For the most part, I enjoy it. There's just there's a real harsh tinge.
There is.
Like it's in between when you first drink it and like it's basically on the swallow. There's a
Yeah, it's almost like it kind of reminds me like a cider a little bit.
yeah. There's like a boozy spike.
Yeah.
is what it is. It just gets a little bit hot for just a little bit.
But I mean, at 9.2%, that's not completely unexpected.
No, it's not completely unexpected. Some beers are able to cover that up. Some beers aren't.
And some people like that, some people don't.
Right.
So that all depends on what they're going for or who
Yeah.
they're trying to please.
Yeah, I just think it's a little unbalanced in that way because it does start out really smooth, and then it jumps into that booziness, but then it smooths back out to that kind of apple plum finish.
It's almost like a sucker punch kind of thing, where it just comes out of nowhere and then disappears again.
Yeah. But I mean, if you get used to that, then you probably won't be bothered by it.
Right. Yeah, the more I drink it, the more I like it. Now that I know what to expect, like on the first sip, it threw you for a loop.
Right.
But now that I'm sipping on a little bit, I'm enjoying it more and more.
Yeah.
kind of like riding a roller coaster the second or third time. You know you know where the loops are, you know where the tunnels are, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, I'm starting to like it more and more. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
for our first beer from Sibling Revelry, they did a good job.
That's right. They are well above the evil twin.
Right. Oh yeah.
They're the evil twin line.
Guess what? Sibling Revelry doesn't have a 6-month ban.
So it's time we sip on this.
Yeah.
Get in some news and notes.
Yeah. I got one little piece.
Okay.
That we can do right off the bat. It'll tie right into the beer.
Good. Let's do it.
Southern Tier is opening a tap room in Cleveland.
Good.
That's all.
All right. Any word as to when, or they just announced that they're going to?
I believe it's soonish. Like, it's supposed to be within the spring, summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they have better luck than what Pittsburgh did with their beer garden. Because
How-
it took forever.
Oh, yeah.
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 But, I mean, I get that.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know how long this one's been under development.
Well, that's true, too. That's true, too. And I have yet to be in the beer garden itself at the Southern Tier Pittsburgh Brewery. So I need to go back down there. You need to come with me.
Yeah. Oh, it's only been like one summer that was open.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's one too many.
I'm just, okay. All right.
Because I've been down there multiple times in the winter and the spring.
Yeah.
And it was too cold to go out there.
Right.
I mean,
well, we're in Pittsburgh, so.
right. I love the place, but I haven't been out to the beer garden yet.
Yeah. You got to wait till May till pretty much anything opens for
Right.
outside time.
On any sort of consistent basis.
So that was my one little news for the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I do have some news, which isn't news, but is news at the same time.
Okay.
It's kind of old news in the fact that this is something that has been in development for a while, but now it's finally starting to come to market on a wider scale.
Yeah.
You know how environmentalists really hate six-pack holders?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the plastic rings that turtles get caught in, and then they get their shells deformed, and blah, 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 and it starts choking seagulls, and,
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff.
You might like getting choked in bed, but dolphins don't, so.
What?
It's a recycling meme I've seen floating around.
I have never seen that or heard of that before.
I don't know. You don't run in the same circles I do, I guess.
No, I do not run around where there are recycling memes.
Yeah.
To begin with.
Right.
Let alone shit like that.
I got a lot of liberal friends, which is weird.
I guess so. That's so stupid. All right. So, there is a company in Florida that has developed a new six-pack holder. Mm-hmm. That is
Is it
not
edible?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. Do you know about this?
I think I heard about it like a long time ago.
About 2 years ago?
Maybe, yeah.
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 Well, it's finally been developed enough that it's getting a bit wider in distribution.
Oh, okay.
There was a particular brewery that was using it. It was the Saltwater Brewery in Delray Beach, Florida.
Okay.
They were using it on their Screamin' Reels IPA.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. That definitely sounds more familiar now that you say that.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember it was like super, like it was a gimmick when it first came out.
Right, and now it's been developed a little bit more, and it's starting to get distributed more and more and more.
Oh, okay.
And it's made out of wheat and barley. Mm-hmm. So it is not only biodegradable, it is edible. So
Yeah.
the turtles can survive.
Yeah, it's basically. Doesn't it look like one? It basically looks like cardboard.
Right.
But the other thing is, it's not even like the ring holders.
Right.
It's not the classic ring holders. It's the more common ones you see nowadays that are like a cap.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
and it's got the little finger holes in it.
Yeah.
So, and just hope you don't have fat fingers.
Right,
Whenever
right.
you use it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's been in development for the last couple of years, and now it's finally becoming more and more prevalent down in Pittsburgh, down in Florida, and I think it's starting to spread over into Louisiana now as well.
See, I feel like if they're gonna make it edible for both people and sea life,
Yeah.
they should go back to the regular ring format.
How do you figure?
Well, because then it'll get stuck around turtles' necks, but instead of choking them, it'll be a lot like when you wear a candy necklace, and then the turtles can make friends because other turtles will come up and eat it.
See, here's where you're completely wrong with this.
Uh-huh.
It's made out of wheat and barley.
Yeah.
So it would be a pretzel necklace.
Well, yeah, it'd be
Totally different.
okay. Pretzel necklace,
Totally
same thing,
different.
but you still attract friends.
That's
just
true.
just like you would a beer fest.
That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
We've never worn pretzel necklaces. We're not like that.
I did once.
I think I did once as well.
I felt weird.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Yeah, because I just
Just
didn't
don't
like
need
it.
I need a food truck.
Right.
That's what I need.
Right. Get me something in a some sort of pita bread.
Okay. Yeah, a gyro.
Hiro.
Gyro.
Yeah.
Gyro. Give me some moussaka. Yeah. But
I kind of want that now.
but still, I think the point stands that turtles can make friends with them as a ring.
Yes.
That's the main point. My main takeaway.
Right. Then if you get 6 turtles together, and you get them all in one instead of rings, Captain Planet comes along.
I thought you were gonna say 4 turtles together.
4 turtles?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, then they can be trained by a rat.
Nope. Sorry, that's the wrong show.
Okay.
No, I think weren't there 5 or 6 Planeteers?
I think there was 5 Planeteers.
All right. Well, you got to get Captain Planet in
You
there
can go
too.
through it real quick. Earth, fire, wind, water, heart. It's not hard.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was developed by a company called E6PR.
Okay.
It means something.
I'm sure it means ecology.
I think it's like ecological 6-pack rings,
Yeah, who cares?
something like that.
I
Well,
did-
they do because they're making money off.
Well, yeah. I mean, they can make money off that. It's just like tech company names. I don't care about.
Right.
Care. Just do the good thing.
Take whatever, just a word out of a dictionary, take a vowel out of it,
Yeah.
and then put a logo on top.
Yeah.
Tech company.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got one.
No, pay me money, Silicon Valley. So there you go.
That's cool.
Yes, it is.
That's good. Yeah, that is something I heard about in the past, but I didn't keep up with it. I just heard about it once. It's like, oh, edible 6-packs.
Right, well, it wasn't made out of, anything that you would really want to eat.
Yeah, no, it wasn't made out of steakums, so
Right.
yeah, I didn't give a shit.
Right. You know what? I would disagree. I'm not a big fan of steakums.
Me either. It's just like the quickest thing that came to mind.
What?
Steakums are funny now. I don't know.
You know what? I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Steakums aren't funny.
Steakums are funny now. I was thinking of the most cardboard-like meat, actually, is what it was.
Well.
So steakums is what came to mind.
All right, then steakums it is.
So I got something of a news story. I got a longer one now.
Okay.
That's
all right.
not just one sentence of Southern Tier's opening a place.
Is it 4 sentences?
That's more than that, I think.
Ooh,
I got
okay.
a couple sentences. There was a beer festival / charity event out in Denver,
Okay.
and it was called Hops for Homes, and it was hosted by Great Divide.
Oh, all right.
That's what caught my eye. I just like,
What are these guys up to these
yeah, it's
days?
just like as a lover of Great Divide, it just caught my mind. What it is there's a partnership between breweries in Denver and Habitat for Humanity.
Okay. All right.
And what they're doing is they're basically just raising money to build houses.
Good.
So the event was called Hops for Homes, and that was what was hosted by Great Divide.
Okay.
But the overall initiative is called Houses That Beer Built.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just going to be a series of festivals and events
right.
throughout the year.
So it wasn't just a one-shot deal.
No.
Oh,
No.
very cool.
Yeah, this is just one event in what's been planned as many for 2018.
Okay.
But Hops for Homes was, again, I've said it probably 3 times already, but I'll say it again. It was hosted by Great Divide. Also, there was Epic,
Okay.
and then a whole bunch of other breweries
That you can't remember.
that I can't remember, and it made me laugh because I was like, oh, look at all these places I've never had a beer from.
I should go to there.
Yeah, it's like, I should go there someday. But overall, the event raked in $14,000 for the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Considering that the initiative Houses That Beer Built is looking to score 60,000 by the end of the year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 14,000 is pretty good for yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to Great Divide, to Epic, and all the other breweries.
Yeah, good for them. That's a good way to point out the charities that the beer kind of provides itself towards.
Right.
And as I was reading about the event, there was a link to another article on the Brewers Association website.
Okay.
And it pointed out in 2016, all the craft breweries across America wound up donating like $73 million
Really?
to different charitable causes.
Drink good, do good.
Yeah, it's
I
just,
like that.
It's just something I didn't actually know about. I didn't know how much charity like people actually put into.
That's a hell of a poll.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, so I thought that was just kind of an interesting, light on the charitable works of
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We there are often times that we kind of, I don't want to say look down, but we find the negative in things. So it's good to see the positive in things this time around.
Yeah, I think it's just also good to remind ourselves that it's not all about beer drinking all the time.
That's right.
Sometimes our money goes to good things.
That's right. So, speaking of good things, what do you say we get back to this beer? Mm-hmm. The Brothers Revelry.
Yes. The Sibling Revelry.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Sibling Revelry.
Yeah. It's run by brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
The third wheel, Belgian triple out of Westlake, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
OHIO. Not too bad.
No, not too bad at all.
Not too bad. It didn't knock my socks off.
No, it's not like the best Belgian I ever had, but...
No. I can dig on it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy drinking after you got past the initial just kind of boozy hotness that surprised you if you weren't prepared for it.
And now that it has warmed up a little bit, it's kind of... The mouthfeel is kind of thickened up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I like it a little bit more now that we're in, I think, what I would consider the prime temperature range.
And, yeah, it still maintains that nice fruity aftertaste.
Yeah.
And it does it, again, without adding adjuncts of, apples and pears. It just lets that yeast do the work. So, pretty authentic.
I'll give them props.
Yeah. I'm just saying that because I'm pretty sure the next two beers are not going to be that authentic.
All right, then.
Not saying they're going to be worse than this. I'm just saying things might get wild.
So, as of right now, the Pride of Westlake, Ohio is taking the authentic trophy home.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So what do you say we take a quick break?
Yes.
Reload.
Uh-huh.
Go to segment 2.
Can do.
Okay.
Off.
First Sip Brewbox is a one-of-a-kind subscription service for craft beer lovers based right here in Pittsburgh. Every month, First Sip will send you a box full of craft beer enthusiast essentials including t-shirts, glassware, and even food. Right now, our friends at First Sip Brewbox have an offer for you. Just sign up for a 3-month subscription and get your 4th month free. Just enter the code HOPNationUSA when you sign up at firstsipbrewbox.com. That's HOPUSA at checkout to get your 4th month free at firstsipbrewbox.com.
Welcome back to the Hop Nation USA podcast for segment 2 of American-Belgo beers.
Belgo beers.
That's what I'm going with.
You're going Belgos.
I don't know if that's, sounds kind of like a slur.
Kinda?
Dirty Belgos. But
I'm pretty sure you can just put dirty in front of anything.
Well, yeah.
And
it becomes a slur.
Right.
Dirty oven mitts.
Wait. No, these aren't beers from Michigan.
Nope. But yeah, we're back with segment 2. I don't know if Willkommen is quite correct either.
I mean, no.
Belgian is one of those countries where they speak a lot of languages.
Right.
I think French would have been more appropriate, but I don't speak French either. So,
well, I mean, Willkommen, that's German.
Yeah,
they border each other.
I'm sure. Yeah, no, I'm sure that's one of those. Yeah, it's kind of like Switzerland. They have like 3 different national languages.
Right.
And, yeah.
Right. They're just cool with whatever.
I just assume Belgian's the same way.
Yeah, they're just cool with whatever.
Yeah.
As long as you try.
Right. Just try a word.
Right.
Somebody will talk to you.
Yeah.
But we're back, and this is our second beer of the night.
Yes.
And Adam's going to introduce it.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't a question. That was a statement. So we are coming back to our old friends at Rusty Rail.
Okay.
We've had them on the show before. We've reviewed them on the website before. Mm-hmm. It's time to bring another one of their offerings to the table. Mm-hmm. This is their Plums Up. It is their Belgian Strong Ale. Yes. Clocks in at 9.2%. 20 IBUs. Mm-hmm. And it is brewed using plums and cocoa nibs. Obviously, plums are going to be used on this.
Right. Well, you would hope something called Plums Up.
Right. Right.
Although, I mean, we did, like we said about that last beer in the last segment, it had a plum aftertaste without having plums.
It did. Right.
So,
and it didn't taste anything like wheels.
Right. No, it didn't taste like wheels at all. Oh, man. Remember Kraft Macaroni? And they had the wheels?
Yeah.
They had the wagon wheels?
Yeah, that was the day.
Shit. Things only 90 kids will remember. Remember Scud Rockets? I remember those too.
I do not remember Scud Rockets.
How do you not remember Scud Rockets?
I don't remember Scud Rockets.
Those were all the talk of Desert Storm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Scud Missiles. Scud Missiles. Way different.
I feel like missiles have to be guided in some way. I think those were just fired off.
Well, right, because Scuds were the bad guys, and then the Patriot missiles were the good guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who came up with that naming convention, but in terms of a propaganda machine, kudos.
Do you remember Scud the Disposable Assassin?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is that a thing, or you just?
Yeah,
made it
no,
up?
that was the thing. He was a little yellow robot. He was an assassin, but he was disposable because he was a robot.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that from a television show?
Comic book that was a video game briefly.
You got me on that one.
I know.
I was too busy playing F-Zero.
Deep dives.
That was may or may not have been a submarine.
No, it was not a submarine. Had nothing to do with Saddam Hussein.
More like so damn insane. Here's your beer.
Way to fucking talk ill of the dead.
I feel enough time has passed to make corny jokes that were corny 20 years ago.
Right. No, it's fine. Everything's fine.
I can sleep well tonight?
Yeah, you're okay.
Good.
You're okay.
All right, let's get back to the Plums Up.
Now, this one looks much more, well, sort of. I'm gonna say sort of.
It sort of does.
Yeah.
At least this one has a little bit of head on it.
It has a little bit of head, and it's much more cloudy.
It is.
It's also not super effervescent like the triple was. The triple was very bubbly and
And full disclosure, you did not shake up the can or anything like that.
no.
So I don't know what's going on, but this looks more like a Belgian strong ale, which is what it is.
Right. It is pretty dark though.
It is. It's dark. It's cloudy, but it just looks right.
Yeah, it looks right, especially when it's called Plums Up. It looks kind of like the inside of a plum. Mm-hmm. Not so much, the purple or red outside.
Right.
But it does have kind of that reddish, yellow,
Tinge to it.
Yeah, it has a yellow tinge to a more reddish body. It looks like a plum. It looks like the inside of a plum.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nose, you can definitely get a lot of that fruit and malt combination.
That's really, really fruity.
It is.
That's really.
It is. I didn't want to oversell it.
No, that's
It's okay.
yeah. That you can totally oversell that one. That's really fruity beer.
Yeah. I like it though.
No, I don't dislike it. I actually like it because it's a different takeaway from what we get from other beers,
Correct.
which is usually 90% of the time is citrus.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they're going in a slightly different direction.
Yeah.
And Rusty Rail has done that a lot. They've done some experimental beers that have turned out really good. Mm-hmm. One or two not so much, but we're not going to focus on those.
Right. The mint chocolate chip came out real good. The peanut butter Hefeweizen, that's amazing.
That's a dynamite beer.
Right. So I'm on board to try this one.
Yeah.
I also just before we taste it, the fruit smell is sweet. It's not tart.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not tart, and I don't really smell any funkiness either.
No, this seems like a fairly fresh beer.
Yeah. So we'll try. Let's taste now.
Okay.
Taste now.
So for another one that's 9.2, you can tell that the flavor is a little bit hot, but not nearly as much of a degree as what the third wheel was.
Really? I'm actually not getting any
I'm
booziness.
I'm getting a little bit.
Okay.
It's kind of being covered up by the fruitiness, but it's there. It's kind of a layer underneath.
Yeah, there's a lot of fruitiness in there.
Yeah, I like it though.
I like it. Again, it's not even sweet on the taste. Even though it's really sweet on the smell, it's not super sweet on the taste.
Well, I just took a second sip. Say that 8 times fast. And there was one particular portion of the taste where it went really sweet, and then it went away again. Like it was almost sugary sweet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mind it.
Yeah, it doesn't do that for me.
Maybe I'm broken. Maybe you're broken.
I'm possible.
I know Sam is definitely broken. He doesn't have a tongue right now.
Oh my god. I mean, the number of head injuries I've had, I'm willing to bet it's me. But
Okay.
I don't get that super sweetness. I get the fruitiness.
So I guess I should kind of put a caveat on when I say I have that sweetness. It's weird because it has a sweet flavor without being sweet. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It tastes sweet, but it isn't sweet. I don't get that super sweet sensation.
I figured it out.
Okay.
And it's because it's not something I regularly intake.
Okay.
It tastes a bit like prune juice.
A little bit. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it doesn't taste as much like plums.
Right.
But more the dehydrated,
plums, which would be prunes.
Right. Yeah, it tastes much more like plums, or it tastes much more like prunes than it does plum.
Tell you what, though, I like it.
I don't terribly dislike it. It's different.
It is. It is.
And I can tell you right away, it's not something I would have a bunch of.
No, it is not. However, for a one and done, I can get behind it.
For a pairing with a meal.
Yeah.
Like if you paired it with like some wild game or something.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this would be good with like either some really fatty duck or like venison.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm on board with that one.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what this would be really good with.
Yeah. But no, you're not gonna sit back with a 6-pack of this and watch the ball game.
No, I'm not going to crush these in a parking lot.
No, you
It's just not like it's not sweet enough. It's not refreshing enough per se.
correct.
It's heavy beer.
Yeah.
It's a heavy beer.
I like it though. The context that you put it with a nice meal of game,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right in the wheelhouse.
Yeah. Just like venison chops and I don't know what.
Wild mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms. Yeah.
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 I think that. Oh, now I really want to cook something.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, it's what goes in my mind. That's what I think about.
No, I completely agree with it.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about American-Belgians for a while. Mm-hmm. All episode.
A whole, couple episodes, sort of.
Except for all those parts, yeah.
Except for all the news stories we went through, and so basically we just only talked about it for like 2/3 of a segment, I guess, or something.
Right. So we're gonna do a little bit of a dive.
Mm-hmm.
Some quick talking points for American-Belgian ales.
Yeah.
If you like certain styles of beer, types of Belgian beers you should try that they could also be in your liking. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you a quick hitter on that. Lagers. Everybody likes a good lager, right?
Right. Except for me.
You know what? Let's
It's like I guess, except for me.
let's just let the curtain of illusion back down.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. Remember how you used to yell at me for having terrible improv skills?
Right. So I have to yes and this.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. You have to.
I sure do love a lager, Adam.
That's right. You have to answer in the positive.
Okay.
Keep the story going.
Yeah.
So you like lagers, right?
Sure. Sure do. Can't get enough of their malty caramelly goodness.
So if you are a fan of lagers, which I know that you are, what you can do is if you're in a pinch or you want to kind of expand out a little bit, try a Belgian blonde.
Okay.
They kind of work in that same area where they're very malty, but still kind of light.
Yeah.
You try that. If you want to expand out from lagers, go try a Belgian blonde.
Now, you know where I actually had a pretty good Belgian blonde at?
I do not.
11th Hour.
I do know that.
Yeah. You do know that.
Because I was there.
You were there. I don't know if you had that, though, but yeah, I had a pretty good Belgian blonde at 11th Hour.
Yes, I did. I was able to sample it.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
I thought it was pretty good. It's actually, I mean, you just got done saying how, like, they kind of mimic that maltiness of a lager. This one didn't, though, for me. Although I was past stouts at that point. Like, I'd already had some stouts and stuff,
Right.
so, it was probably,
And
a bit much.
I do believe that was their oyster stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I already had some heavy malt stuff before I had that, so
Right.
maybe it just didn't seem that way to
It
me.
was a little bit more than priming the pump. The
Yeah.
pump was already running full steam ahead.
Yeah, but that one had some little bit of funk on it, a little bit of yeastiness to it.
So another one that I picked up on is if you're a fan of the IPA, and you want to expand out a little bit more, a lot of the things that people like in IPA is a lot of the dryness of the beer. Kind of got that dry taste. If you want to try to replicate that, you can go with a fully fermented triple, Belgian triple.
Yeah.
It'll get you in that same arena as well. So if you're stuck on IPAs and you kind of want to transition over into something else, try and find a fully fermented Belgian triple.
That's also going to be hitting in the range, alcohol-wise, of what a double IPA would be.
Yes.
So, we've mentioned it before. When you think about double IPAs and even triple IPAs, they actually kind of pull back on the hop flavor. Mm-hmm. Well, not so much pull back on the hop flavor, but more that the malt profile covers up the hops.
Right.
Because there's so much of it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you can go with a Belgian triple, and it'll mimic it in a way.
No, obviously it won't replicate it.
No.
Especially if you're so used to drinking the West Coast IPAs where they just take a hop leaf and punch you in the face with it.
If you're desiring pine needles and
Being shoved in your eye.
right, and having oranges stuck up your nose and stuff. Obviously, you're not always going to find that with a Belgian triple.
Right.
But,
If you kind of want to expand out a little bit.
Right. And you already heard, though, you can find other fruit flavors coming through.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Just do yourself a favor. Try it out.
Yeah, try it out.
If you're stuck in the IPA, rut, try it out. Do me a favor. You right over there?
Oh, sorry. I listened to too much of your Mom's House podcast.
Okay.
And try it out it's a reference to something, but I'm not going to get into it on this show.
Okay. All right.
But if you too are a listener, then you're probably laughing the same way I am.
Okay then. All right.
Try it out.
Cross promotion, I guess.
Doesn't matter. They don't know who we are.
You don't know that.
Well, actually, no. Tom Segura liked that one photo I made. So
There you go. Yeah.
Never mind.
Maybe that's our in.
Sure.
Yeah. Tom Segura is gonna foot the bill for our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Where
Will it brew?
Will it brew with tires and laundry baskets and
Honestly, I think we'd do a lot better if we went after Brent Crystals instead.
Okay.
Brent Crystals is fat. He's the fattest man in the world.
Oh.
Burnt Chrysler?
Yeah.
You might know him by that one.
Burt Chrysler. Yeah. Why did you say that in the first place?
I'm sorry.
Well, he's fat. I mean, what's that matter?
Yeah. Brent Crystals, Burnt Chrysler. Whichever.
So fat.
So fat.
Anyways, let's get off of this fat train.
Mm-hmm.
And let's, I wanted to give you a list of some of the breweries in America that kind of specialize in Belgian beers. They don't necessarily solely brew
but
Belgian beers, but
they do good.
But they have offerings that are definitely worth checking out in the Belgian arena. The first one I'm going to jump in with is a Pennsylvania brewery. You know it. You love it. Victory.
Yeah.
With their Golden Monkey.
Yeah.
And their Sour Monkey.
Yeah.
And I believe they also have a White Monkey.
Maybe.
I think that's the name of it, the White Monkey.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I can't confirm.
It's like I think it's their Belgian. There's a third monkey.
Okay.
And Davy Jones.
I just want you to explain that to a cop one day.
Oh, gee.
There's a third monkey.
Possibly.
There's a golden monkey out there, and there's a sour monkey out there, and there's a third monkey. That's crazy homeless people talk.
How are you not following this?
Why aren't you with me?
Where is your backup? We need to find this third monkey now.
It's loose.
The monkey is loose. Nobody knows where it is. Have you checked Market District? So, another one, and I know that you love it. These guys and gals, I can't say just guys, but guys and gals, they do specialize in Belgian beers pretty much solely. Yeah. And we've had them on the show before. Yeah. Brewery Omegon.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
Hell yeah.
I know you're a fan.
Fuck yes.
That was the beer of choice for one beer for the rest of your life. Came from them.
Yeah. The Rosetta, which is their cherry. That brewery is also partially owned by a Belgian brewery.
That is true. Full disclosure.
Yeah, full disclosure on that one. They're not fully American, but yes, they do really well in the Belgian style. I think it's important to note when we're talking Belgian style, one of the big things about Belgian styles is they're almost always ales.
Right.
You mentioned lagers, and those are produced differently. They're made with bottom fermenting yeast,
right,
kept in cold storage, so on and so forth. Belgian styles are almost always traditionally made with top fermenting yeast, so it's always going to be an ale style. Anytime you get a Belgian, it usually says Belgian ale.
Which makes sense, right? Yeah. Just like the Belgian strong ale that we're drinking, the Plum's Up by Rusty Rail, out of Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
So I wanted to give you a couple more breweries that are known for their Belgian style beers. Another one, it's pretty big, Lost Abbey.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to get into that one.
Yeah, Lost, obviously, that's a play on the Trappist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Allagash. Allagash, I don't know how to pronounce it.
I'd say Allagash.
Allagash sounds good. Okay. New Glarus, as a matter of fact.
Okay, yeah.
They are the purveyors of the Spotted Cow up there in Wisconsin. Yeah. Which I really want to get that. If we have anybody in Wisconsin that's willing to do a bottle trade for some Spotted Cow,
we can get you something.
We'll get you some. We'll get you some. I don't care. Brewed Gentleman. We'll get you some Dancing Gnome. We'll get you some Insurrection. Yeah. I don't care. Grist House.
Yeah.
Get us something.
Yeah. You want some Dancing Gnome?
Yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah, you do. Maybe some Hitchhiker. Get some of that Whole Punch.
Let's get some Spotted Cow though.
So Wisconsin, help some brothers out here. So Allagash, the brewery.
Yeah. Bruey.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another one is making a beer that I know that you absolutely love. It's called the Le Petit Prince by Jester King.
What? And what?
It's your favorite style of beer. It is the table beer,
Oh, God.
coming in at 2.9%.
No, it's not beer. Get that child's play out of here.
It's for
I'm going
everybody.
to fart in the bottle.
Something tells me that you would.
Yeah.
Something really tells me that you would.
Garbage beer.
So there's just some top tips. There are some good American breweries out there that do make quality Belgian style ales.
I feel like you missed the biggest one.
What's the biggest one that I missed?
New Belgium. You just glossed over them, did you?
Damn it.
Their Abbey Triple is pretty.
I'll give you. Yeah.
You can't. Yeah, you can be upset at yourself and whatever. New Belgium is pretty known for their. They do Belgian style. There's obviously American breweries out there that are doing pretty good Belgian styles out there. You don't necessarily always have to jump to a Chimay or a Rochefort or.
Right. Not that those are bad beers by any stretch of the
No,
imagination.
they're not bad at all. But if you're, I don't know the extent of their reach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like-
You may not be able to get it out in the middle of Kansas.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like maybe New Belgium or Brewery Omegong can reach a Kansas.
Right.
But I don't know if the old style Abbeys can reach out there.
Right.
You Kansas? Do you get delirium tremens? Let us know.
Do you ride the pink elephant?
Yeah. What's up? Let us know.
Hit us up. That was weird. I don't want to say it like that ever again.
Montana. Do you get Castile?
Rouge or regular?
Rouge or regular? Carmelite? Do you know what's up?
What do you say we get back to one that we got right in front of us? Mm-hmm. The Plum's Up Belgian Strong Ale by Rusty Rail out of Mifflinburg in mid-July. That's a Johnny Cash reference.
Aha.
Yes. I like this beer.
Yeah, I like it. Like I said, it seems so specific.
It has a very narrow scope.
Yeah, it's a very narrow scope. I have a feeling I'm going to maybe put this one bronze. If I'm calling shots early.
Would you have that? Right.
Yeah. This isn't a bad beer at all.
It's just very specific beer.
It's just it's super specific for drinking. Mm-hmm. Like after I'm done with this, I'm definitely gonna want a different one. Mm-hmm. I would want a meal with this.
Yes.
This is good. This is great for a meal, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel that if we had more money for the show and we had steak dinners or venison steak in here.
I'm not listening to you smack your lips into the microphone. Ugh.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to listen to that either.
You want 1-star reviews? That's how you get 1-star reviews.
Let's just have our venison steaks off the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you say we take a break,
Okie doke.
reload?
Yes. And
That's
we'll
it.
be back
Hop
with
Nation.
segment 3. And Adam's going to take his BSAT.
Na-na-na. Check this out. There's a Seattle company called Devore that enables discovery of new and exciting beers and breweries. Devore gets the best independent beer from literally around the world. Denmark, New Zealand, Belgium, and of course everywhere in the US. The app is incredibly simple to use to get some ridiculously good beers delivered right to your door.
And right now, anyone who signs up with the code HOPNATION can save $10 off their order of over $25. That's TAVOUR.com, Tavor. Welcome to Rug for segment 3 of
Very
Hop
nice.
Nation USA podcast.
So, what is that?
Dutch.
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 Is that the official language of Belgium?
Yeah. Well, it's one of the 3.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. It's German, Dutch, and French.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I certainly didn't look that up in the break.
Flawlessly executed.
Yes. Flawless. Except for the pronunciation, so.
Well, whatevs.
Yeah.
If somebody comes down on us hard for that, you know what? So be it.
Yeah. Well, I just don't want to upset because I think we do have 3 listeners in Belgium.
I believe you are correct, yes.
3?
A solid 3.
Yeah, ladies, a solid 3. I mean, that would be an HR meeting if we had an HR department.
I am the HR department, so you're certainly not.
Well, absolutely not.
No.
You're the only one on the show with a moral compass.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, I didn't say it was a good one. Didn't say it was a good one. But yes, we're back with segment 3 of our American-Belgo beers.
Belgos. That's right. Dirty oven mitts.
Belgos. And Are you ready for the third beer?
Oh, I am.
All right, then. So our third beer of the night is coming from AleWeyerbacher.
Oh.
One of the breweries you actually failed to mention.
I did.
Last segment.
I did.
But they are also pretty known for some of their Belgian beers.
Maybe
Belgian styles.
Maybe I did it on purpose.
Sure. Sure. But tonight we're going to be drinking their Tiny.
Tiny.
Which is a bit of a misnomer.
Because it's a big beer?
Yeah.
Ah. How big of a beer is it?
11.8%.
Wow. Okay.
So the AleWeyerbacher Tiny is not, again, as I said, things aren't going to be traditional with American styles. This is a Belgian-style Imperial Stout.
A Belgian-style Imperial Stout.
Right.
Huh.
Which basically means they took an Imperial Stout recipe
Yeah.
and fermented it with an Abbey yeast.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting weird.
Right, getting weird with it.
I like it. That sounds like a Saturday night special. Let's get weird with it.
Yeah, so that's what we're working with, and we'll see how this turns out.
Okay.
I'm going to pour it up.
I would prefer if you pour it down into my glass. Holy motor oil.
Well, it is an Imperial Stout, for sure, off the look. I can smell it from here.
Wow.
And I'm not holding this near my face.
Wow. That's dark.
Yeah, so on first looks, there's
nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing much to say other than, hey, it's a really dark stout.
Right.
It's got a decent head on it though.
It does. It kind of has it's like a brownish red head.
Yeah. It's tightly packed bubbles. Mm-hmm. It laces pretty well. I would say that's a pretty traditional Belgian style head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just been knocked around with the stout stick.
Right. Just fell down the stout tree. On the nose, there's a little bit of funkiness, a little bit of fruitiness.
There is, but I'm also. Is this brewed with chocolate by any chance?
It should be, yeah.
Okay, because I'm getting a little bit of chocolate on this as well.
You're supposed to be expecting chocolate notes from it.
Well,
I'm not.
I found it.
Yeah, they don't say whether or not they brewed with chocolate straight up.
But you're supposed to find it.
You're supposed to, yeah.
Okay.
So it may have been chocolate malt, or just maybe there's cocoa nibs in there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I like the nose. I like the smell of it.
Yeah, I really like the smell of it. It definitely smells different from your regular stouts because of the kind of the fruity esters you get from the Abbeys.
Fruity esters. Punk band. Call it. And up next to fruity esters.
That's more like I don't know if that's a punk band, but
maybe like a prog rock kind of thing.
No, definitely not prog rock. No, because there's no mention of Dragon or Knights in there.
That's a good point.
There's no magic in there. That sounds much more of an indie garage band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's dive into this and see what's up.
All right.
Ooh boy. Wow. I like that.
You would.
Yeah.
You would. This has you written all over it.
I like this a lot. I mean, it really is just kind of combining the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm. I find it interesting because this one almost has like a smoky finish to it.
A little bit of a smoky finish.
Yeah, wow. Okay. So was this barrel aged or anything like that?
Nope.
It's just straight up.
Yeah.
Just getting weird.
Yeah, this is just straight up just a Abbey yeast fermenting an Imperial Stout.
That's definitely got like a dry finish to it too. I'm really hung up on the finish on this one.
Yeah, it's got a dry finish. The smokiness kind of goes up into my nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a weird one.
Yeah, but it also has a fruity opening to it.
Fruity opening, smoky back end.
It's an interesting beer.
I think we're just gonna have to keep dissecting this.
Yeah, I like it a lot though. Mm-hmm. But it's complex.
Yeah.
And I like it because it's different from your usual stouts.
Yes.
But as you said, let's keep drinking it. Let's let it warm up a bit too. Mm-hmm. And see if it opens up anymore.
You'd think eventually we would learn.
It's not that we don't know. It's that we allow beers to progress from the way regular people would drink them.
That is
all
true.
the way to way
you should drink them.
You should drink them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have mentioned that in the past, that how the taste will change
right
as the temperature also changes.
Yeah.
So almost as if there's some sort of correlation.
Yeah. There's the way regular people are going to drink it of just pulling it out the fridge, and you need to know if it's a good beer that way.
Right.
But you also need to know if it's a good beer served in its 55 degree in a cuvee glass,
right?
State. You need to know both. Mm-hmm. There are been times I think where beers have opened up and they've become not as great.
Right.
And there's been times when beers are not as good right off the bat when they're cold because they're hiding flavors.
And we are here to do that dirty work for you, Hop Nation.
Right. People need to know that, sometimes cold beers hide flavors. Right now, this beer is flavorful enough that it can drink cold.
Yeah.
But it might get better.
Let's find out.
Yeah. That's like inspirational.
I feel like that would be a perfect place to put a commercial.
Well, unfortunately, we already ran our commercials for the episode.
We already did. We already got paid.
No.
I know.
We don't get paid for our commercials.
One day.
We get other things for our commercials.
We do.
But we don't get paid. But right now, Adam, it's time for you to take your BSAT.
What in the devil is a BSAT?
Your BSAT is your Belgo Sports Aptitude Test.
Belgo Sports.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So this might actually not be as bad as you initially think.
Okay.
But it's still going to be painful.
All right. You know what? I'm willing to do that for the show.
Well, I've prepared 5 questions for you.
Okay.
And this is actually going to be part of a 10-question quiz that I'm going to put up on the website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
so everybody else can take their Belgo Sports Aptitude Test as well. And I'm going to give them 5 extra questions, being that they could just take this after listening to the episode and get a perfect score.
That's right.
Can't have that.
No cheating, you jagoffs.
That's right. But I'm going to give you 5 questions.
Okay.
And see how well you do.
I'm going with poor.
Maybe, maybe not.
All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's just dive right in.
Okay.
So if you're at bat and you hit for 3 bases, you just hit 4. A, Chimay red. B, Chimay blue.
Oh, damn it.
Or C, Chimay white.
Oh, I can never remember these. I want to say it's the Chimay red.
Wrong.
Okay, which one is it?
Chimay white. Chimay white is the triple that is distinct scent.
Yep. I can never remember those.
So now you know where we're going with this quiz.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You understand that I'm not going to be asking you about Belgian sports.
Right.
But I'm going to be asking you about sports in terms of Belgian beer.
All right, then. All right, let's do this. Let's make this happen.
So sticking with baseball theme, I want you to add the number of bases you touch when you hit a home run
Okay.
to the number on the bottle of the quad Rochefort.
I'm going to go with 14.
All right, you got one.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that is the Rochefort 10.
Yes.
Yeah, that gets confusing because the single is the 6, the double is the 8, and then the quad, I might have just screwed that up because it's the quad that's the 10.
Right. That's the bottom line. The quad is the 10.
Yeah, the quad is the 10.
That's the big hitter.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I was really hoping that you were going to count home plate as a base.
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Right.
That's 4 bases.
Listen.
I know, I understand.
Some people say it's 3 bases and a plate.
Some people are jerk-offs.
Also true. All right, what's next on the list?
All right, next on the list. You're on the tennis court, and it's 80 degrees and cloudy. If your game is represented by the Belgian style of 4 seasons, 60 degrees, and snowing, how many people are on the court?
4.
Nope.
2.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 60 degrees and snowing by the 4 Seasons Company is actually only a single.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. So, but still 2 people on the court.
Right, otherwise it's going to be a really boring game.
Yes. All right. This is your next one.
Okay.
If LeBron achieves a Mary Monk's lost and found against the Warriors in the NBA Finals, what did he do?
A lost and found.
A Mary Monk's lost and found. What did he do?
Well, the obvious answer is a triple-double.
Okay.
But I don't know that I've ever heard of a triple-double.
You don't know that you ever heard of a triple-double?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm going to say a triple-double. Screw it.
No, that is right.
Oh, all right. Good enough.
That's actually weird. That's usually the one that's most talked about.
I am really doing poorly at this.
Yeah.
For all the wrong reasons.
Well, I mean, you did good, but you got that one. But I'll give you bonus points if you can explain what a triple-double is.
A triple-double is somebody that scores at least 10 points. Scores 10 points, has 10 assists, has 10 blocks, or what is it? It's points, assists, blocks, or there's another one that you can have.
There's actually 2 more that you could have.
Okay. Rebounds, and what's the other one?
And steals. Steals is the other one.
Oh.
So it's blocks, assists, rebounds, steals, and points.
Oh. So if it was truly a Belgian triple-double, wouldn't it be steals?
No, shut up.
I feel that it should.
No, shut up.
Oh, I have a perfect idea for an abomination.
What's that?
Castile Reserve.
Ugh.
Right?
Ugh.
Right?
That Steel Reserve fermented with Abbey Ale.
Yeah. Yeah. You can go real basic and just do a 50-50 split between a Castile Rouge and a Steel Reserve.
Oh.
Huh?
Well, see, now you're turning me.
See, now this is one of the... You have to have that deciding point where you're willing to... if it doesn't work, you have to waste a Castile Rouge.
Right.
But if it works...
You're a god.
Yeah.
So Steel Reserve has that alloy series of like fruit punch and garbage,
Fruit punch and garbage. The raccoon series.
Yeah, exactly. You want to party like a raccoon? Drink Steel Reserve alloy. Steel Reserve is not one of our sponsors.
Yet.
Ever.
Wait a minute. We can tap into the raccoon market?
Reagans, don't eat that shit. Yeah, gross. I can't agree, but that's gross. And you also probably are just wasting really good Castile Rouge.
Right. So unless you are just completely balling out,
yeah,
and you're willing to do that,
yeah.
At which point you probably won't have Steel Reserve on hand anyways.
No.
So
I don't know. I feel like if I became really rich, I still would maintain my garbage person ways.
Okay.
And so like I would have one of those nice cooler fridges.
Yeah.
And it would have like really nice beers, and I would have like really nice vodka and bourbon on hand. But I would also still have like Steel Reserve alloy series in that fridge, just for when I'm by myself playing video games.
When you got to go back to the old times.
Yeah, when I just got to get ripped up really quick.
I gotcha.
Just so I can yell at kids online.
Okay, no, I can support that.
Yeah, it just makes sense in my mind.
Yeah, no, I'll buy that.
Yeah. Just to jump back, though.
Yeah, we probably should get moving along.
We were talking about LeBron's fictional triple-double because we don't watch basketball and it hasn't happened yet.
I assume it. No, he's had triple-doubles before.
Well, no, but he hasn't had it against the Warriors in the NBA Finals. That was the setup of the question.
Okay.
But yeah, the Merry Monks, another Weyerbacher Belgian beer, which is a triple.
Yeah.
And then the Lost and Found by the Lost Abbey, which is a double.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm an idiot. I'm just not having a good day today.
You'll get there.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
I know it's been hard on you. You've only gotten 2 questions right, and one of them for the wrong reasons. You didn't believe a triple-double was a thing, but then...
Listen, when you put the Scantron sheet in, even if you accidentally make a mark on C,
hey, yeah,
and the answer is C, it still counts.
Still counts. Counts. That's why this is the BSAT.
As long as there's no essay portion.
Yeah. I got one, though, for a final question.
Okay.
You'll get this very easily. You can go home feeling good.
Okay, all right.
Which is easy because you're already home.
That's true. That's right.
Triple H, Kevin Nash, and Vince McMahon have all torn their 3 philosophers. What have they torn?
That's a good one. I like that.
Right?
Well, they tore their quad, obviously.
Yeah. 3 philosophers, a quad style ale.
That was good. I like that one. That's a good question.
From Brewery Ommegang at that.
Yeah. One I did mention.
One you did mention.
By the way.
I thought you would enjoy that question a lot. Just because I know you're a fan of 3 philosophers and and wrestling stuff.
Yes. Again, that goes back to the Castile Rouge and the Steel Reserve.
Yes.
That's what that question was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Castile Reserve, that's what that question was.
Castile Reserve.
Patent pending.
I don't want to put them in touch with each other.
See, here's the thing. If we start doing that and we put that out on the Twitter and we become influencers, we start investing in whatever company owns Steel Reserve, then we make millions.
I feel, I don't know. Just putting that into the zeitgeist, like somebody's going to listen to this episode and it's just going to
become a thing.
Right. It'll just become a thing and like we won't actually ever get any credit for it. But at some point, somebody's going to touch the ears of somebody else.
Right.
And say Castile Reserve. And they're going to go, yeah, why not?
Let's do that. Yeah. Why haven't we done that yet?
Right. So 2023.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
That's when we start filing the lawsuits?
Yeah, that's when we start.
That's how we're going to start making money?
That's how we start making money. We sue for somebody stealing Castile Reserve. That's what happens.
Playing the long con. I like it.
Yes.
So that was 3 out of 5.
Yeah, you got 3 out of 5.
That's 60%.
Yes.
That's passing.
Yeah.
Barely.
That's passing. I don't know that those are Harvard or NYU scores, but...
No. No, but that'll get you a Point State Park.
You get it, yeah.
Point State. What is that?
I don't know. It's too expensive. I didn't go.
I didn't go either.
Yeah. The thing about
Point Park College. Point Park.
Sure, whatever.
I don't care anymore. I'm not going there anyways.
The thing about Point Park College or Point State College or whatever it is anybody can get in as long as you have the money.
Right.
Yeah. That's an extremely expensive school for most people I know who came out of there came out with $100,000 in debt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And they are not better off in life than somebody who went to community college.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Support your community college in that.
Yeah, go to community, get your credits at community college and then specialize wherever.
Right. Right.
Or just go to a tech school.
Be smart, America.
Yeah.
There. Now pay us. So, 60%, that's a win. Mm-hmm. I passed. Give me my degree.
Sure. You don't get degrees with the SATs, my dude.
I mean, you kind of do.
I'm just saying
if you move it down the line enough.
You're just smart enough now to go to Brewers College, I think.
I'd be all right with that.
And
I'd go with that.
You go to Brewers College and minor in sports? I don't know.
Minor in sports?
Yeah.
Sports psychology?
I think all you're really qualified to do is coach Little League and drink. That's what you just qualified
So basically,
for.
I am Walter Matthau and Bad News Bears.
Yes, I'm glad that you said that one and not the shitty PG-13 one.
Why? No.
Okay.
I don't know that I've ever seen that one.
Don't bother.
Why would I?
Don't bother. It's trash.
Agreed.
It's the first time I was let down. Well, not the first time I was let down by a reboot, but it was the first time I learned that don't watch reboots.
Right.
It's the first time I learned that.
So it was good in that way.
Yeah.
It was a guiding light.
Yeah. Since then, I've not watched the RoboCop or the Ghostbusters or, it's just like...
I haven't watched those either.
Well, you don't watch movies.
No, but Kindred Spirits and all that.
Okay.
I'll support you.
Okay.
Inadvertently, but I'll still support you.
I'll support you through non-committalness, just laziness. I don't know.
Great.
Great, sure.
I feel that we should come back to this beer, the Tiny. Him's just a little guy.
Yeah.
It hit 11.8%.
11.8% with a giant lion face on it.
It will eat your face.
I kind of, just from the labeling, I kind of wish Weyerbacher would, pass this off to Lion's Head.
Thank you.
Just so Lion's Head could have something in their repertoire that, would knock somebody's socks off.
Right.
Yeah.
This would be their Suck My Dick beer.
Right. You like that regular pussy shit? Well, have this. Suck my dick.
I want this to happen now.
Okay, we're coming up with all kinds of business ideas. And I tell you what, if you steal any of them, you're sued.
Right.
Sued.
We will get our money one way or another.
Just get a really intense Lion's Head beer commercial. You like Lion's Head light pussy? You like spending $11 a case? Well, suck our dick. Here's Tiny.
You know what? No, I would buy it just for that commercial.
Yeah.
I would pump money into that company. Yeah. Just so they kept creating commercials like that. I want that in my life.
Lion's Head's got to figure out a way to stand out.
Right. And it's not Puzzles Under the Cap.
No.
Let's go.
Puzzles is over.
That's right. Let's go. Let's amp it up.
Can't rely on that state college income all the time. Yeah, so this beer is solid.
Yes, it is.
It's really good. It's a good departure from other stouts. If you're a stout drinker like I am.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, if you drink as many stouts as you possibly can ever in the whole wide world, I like this one because it is just that little bit of difference using an Abbey yeast to give it that differently fruitiness.
Gives it a little tweak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about it. So what do you say we go to the podium?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to let you go first then.
Yeah. So I already called my shot.
Okay, all right.
The bronze is going to go to that Plums Up by Rusty Rail.
Okay.
For all the reasons I already stated, it's not a bad beer at all. But it's just so specific in the way it drinks. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine it in any, I can't imagine it in any context other than a dinner.
Okay.
You know?
Right. No, I get that.
It's not a tailgate beer. It's not a cookout beer. It's, I don't know.
It's a melon baller.
Yeah.
You have it for one purpose.
Yeah. It's not even a beer that, because I wouldn't drink a number of them, it's not a Steel Reserve Alloy series in that I'll pound a bunch of them away. It just doesn't have that kind of repeatable flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like because it has that bit of prune juiceness to it, I just wouldn't repeat it over and over. I just, yeah.
Right.
Still a good beer, and I feel like everybody should try it, and everybody should try to pair it with what I said, with, venison.
Right.
I feel like it'd be great with venison or duck, but that's bronze. Silver, I'm going to give to the Third Wheel by Sibling Revelry. Pretty solid. It's a pretty solid beer. Mm-hmm. It's a solid triple Belgian style beer. Like, there's not much to say about it bells and whistles wise. Mm-hmm. As I already stated, it has that fruity back end of having notes of apples and plums. So I like that. But there's nothing that really makes it stand out than other triples that are out in the world. Mm. It's just a good beer, and that's actually one I could have a number of because it's just kind of the same thing over and
Right.
Yeah, it's just middle of the road, so I could have a bunch of them. It's not too exotic. It's not too heavy on any other flavors that make
inoffensive.
Yeah, it's still inoffensive. Yeah. With the exception of that initial opening salvo of like, oh, this is kind of boozy.
Yeah.
But yeah. That means gold is going to the AleWeyerbacher Tiny. This is a big, heavy beer. And that goes right in my wheelhouse. This is something I would drink instead of having to drink Alloy Series Punch, Blue Razzmatazz.
Or any combination thereof.
Yeah, whatever blow pop flavor they're trying to copy. This is a really solid drinking stout. It's kind of weird that it's called Belgian style because there's nothing about it that's necessarily Belgian, but because it does have the Abbey yeast that's used in it, it has those fruity notes both on the nose and on the palate. Mm. It's just enough to make it stand out from other stouts, though. That makes me want to have more, and it's 11.8%.
Right.
So
Right.
Solid beer.
Yes.
Adam, thoughts?
So, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit.
That's fine.
Good. But like you said, there wasn't a bad one in the bunch tonight.
No.
And this is one of those episodes where it's simply a matter of one of them has to go in third place. Not that it necessarily deserves it. But for me, I am going to differ. I am going to go with the Sibling Revelry out of Westlake, Ohio. Their third wheel. I'm going to put that in the bronze medal position. And I think the reason behind that is, yes, I do enjoy a good traditional beer, but this one just, it didn't pique my interest as much as the other two. Yes, it was a good beer. Yes, it was a solid beer. And yes, it is a beer I would not only recommend, but try again myself. But it just came up against two beers that I preferred. It simply came down to personal taste. Unfortunately for that, it comes in third place. Second place, I'm going to put in the Rusty Rail Plums Up. That Belgian Strong Ale, I really liked it. I do agree with what you're saying where it would succeed in a very specific set of circumstances. With food. Big heavy meal. Mm-hmm. Big heavy beer.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But I like it enough to put it in the second place position, the silver medal position. I think that if and when that situation came up, it would excel. Yeah. Enough to be able to put it in the silver medal position. That leaves the AleWeyerbacher Tiny. That's where we will agree. That's a really good beer.
You know what? I just real quick, I had another thought.
Okay.
That Plums Up would go really well with Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes, it would.
Because I'm just thinking about the cranberry sauce and the stuffing and just more heavy items.
Yeah, exactly. This is a feast beer.
Yeah, that's a feast beer.
It's a feast beer.
Yeah, okay.
And when that happens, that's where it's going to excel, and that's where it's going to pass the third wheel, I think. Mm-hmm. Every day, I'll give the nod to the third wheel, but when it's showtime, the Plums Up's going to take that.
Yeah.
So the AleWeyerbacher Tiny, I have a hunch it's going to beat them both. That's a really good beer.
Yeah.
Really good beer. Really good drinker. It's a big beer. It's 11.8%?
11.8, yeah.
I mean, that will knock you on your ass. You have 4 of those.
Right.
I don't care. It'll take down a mule.
Yeah. That's a knockout beer.
Right. But it is, I would consider it an iron fist and a velvet glove. Mm-hmm. Because it's a big, heavy beer, but it's also really good. It's really smooth. It kind of hides itself a little bit. I like it. Yeah. I like it. I wish that the lion head that was on the label had something like, I don't know, elf ears on it or rabbit ears or something like that. Just to, so it's trying to hide a little bit because, yes, it's very obvious what it is. It's a big boozy beer, but it also isn't because it's a very drinkable beer.
You're talking about that old Cadbury egg commercial with the lion wearing the bunny ears.
That is exactly what I'm thinking of. That is exactly it. And with that puts the Weyerbacher Tiny in the gold medal position across the board. Mm-hmm. All two of us. I assume Sam is agreeing as well, but he lost the ability not only to speak, but to drink.
Sam is perfectly fine. He'll be with us next week.
All right, there you go. So I'm going to put you right back on the spotlight there. It's time for our social media plugs.
Mm-hmm. If you want to find us on social media, all you have to do is search Hop Nation USA, and that'll get you Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you want to listen to brand new episodes of Hop Nation USA podcast every Friday, as you should, then all you have to do is search Hop Nation USA on Stitcher, Podbean, Google Music Play, and iTunes. And if you're on iTunes, leave us a 5-star review because that's how you grow the show. And
we are a 6-star show, but they only let us use 5.
True story. And if you want to take the BSAT, the Belgo Sports Aptitude Test, that's going to be on hopnationusa.com, along with features and reviews that you won't find anywhere else.
And not only that, I'm going to throw a little extra on there. We are now available on iHeartRadio.
Oh, yeah.
We're also available via the Alexa.
Yeah, if you have an Alexa, you can just yell, "Hey Alexa, play no, don't play iHeartRadio." I mean,
you could. It's just a roundabout way to do it.
Yeah, it's a real, it's a real roundabout way to do things. But you just say, "Hey Alexa, play Hop Nation USA," and she should bring us up.
She damn well better. That was a lot meaner than I wanted it to sound.
I don't know. You can get mean towards AI. It's cool.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna go fight a computer.
Yes. Yes. Me, Elon Musk, and Stephen Hawking are all gonna kick a computer.
Man, that'd be a hell of a Wednesday,
right?
Steve, any parting thoughts?
I don't know. Use the promo codes that are with our new sponsor. Well, not new sponsors, but
yes.
Yeah, we have
new offers from our sponsors.
Yeah, new offers from our sponsors. Use those promo codes.
Yeah, please and thank you.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you next week on the Hop Nation USA podcast.
And we'll see you at Beers of the Berg this weekend.
That's right.
Yeah.
See you next week, Hop Nation.